Most people think success starts at $1 million, but real life changes much earlier, around $30,000. This is the income point where your thinking begins to shift. Your problems stop being survival problems and start becoming growth problems. This is called the $30,000 rule. Hi, my name is Pico, and you watch Pico Invests. It's not about luxury, it's about stability. And once stability arrives, everything changes. Let me explain why. Before $30,000, every expense feels heavy. Rent controls your decisions. Groceries become stressful math. You say yes to jobs you hate because quitting feels dangerous. Your brain is in survival mode. Short-term thinking dominates. You focus on today, not next year. Risk feels irresponsible. Creativity feels expensive. Your energy goes into avoiding mistakes, not into building opportunities. This is not laziness, it's economics. Scarcity changes behavior. Even smart people make poor decisions here because fear is loud and options are limited. This phase feels endless until one number changes everything. At $30,000, basic needs are covered. Rent no longer controls your life. Bills stop causing panic. Your brain finally breathes. Stress doesn't disappear, but it becomes manageable. You start planning months ahead, not just days. You say no to bad deals. You negotiate better. Your confidence rises quietly because fear loses control. You stop chasing quick money and start choosing smart money. This is the real shift, not income, but control. Control over time, control over choices, control over your future. After $30,000, money works differently. Extra income doesn't disappear instantly. It creates margin. Margin creates options. Options create power. You invest in skills. You take calculated risks. You think long-term. Most businesses are built here, not at 1 million. This is the launch zone, where learning compounds. Mistakes become lessons, not disasters. You buy time, and time buys freedom. This is why rich people protect cash flow, not luxury, because stability scales. Chaos does not. $30,000 is a foundation. Everything above it builds faster. Everything below it feels harder. This is not motivation, it's math and psychology and reality. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's the rule. Don't chase millions first. Chase stability. Build skills. Increase income steadily. Protect your mental space. $30,000 changes your life. After that, growth becomes logical, not magical. After $30,000, your brain rewires slowly. You stop reacting and start responding. You don't rush decisions, you calculate them. Impulse spending drops. Delayed gratification increases. This alone changes your future, because wealth is behavior, not luck, not talent. Behavior repeats daily. $30,000 builds discipline without forcing motivation. You wake up calmer, sleep improves, decision fatigue reduces, mental clarity increases. This gives an unfair advantage most people never notice.
Think money is external, but money first changes the inside. That's the invisible upgrade. It compounds silently while others stay stuck. This is why income gaps widen, not because of greed, but because of stability. Stability unlocks leverage, and leverage builds wealth. Your career changes after $30,000. You stop chasing every opportunity and choose better ones. You learn high-value skills, not random skills. You invest in yourself. Courses make sense now, and so does mentorship. You can wait for growth instead of rushing promotions. You negotiate salary calmly. You walk away if needed. That power is priceless. Employers feel it. Confidence without desperation. This increases income further. That's the feedback loop. Money creates better money, not magically, but logically. This is how professionals grow rich, not gamblers, not influencers, but builders. $30,000 is builder income. Everything above is acceleration. Everything below is struggle. This pattern repeats globally, across industries, across generations. Think of money like a pyramid. The bottom is survival. The middle is stability. The top is wealth. Most people never leave the bottom because they chase the top directly. That never works. The middle must be built first. 30,000 is that middle. It supports everything above. Without it, wealth collapses. That's why lottery winners fail and viral success fades. No base, no system. 30,000 builds a system, habits, discipline, and patience. These scale infinitely. Money without a system disappears. A system without money grows slowly. 30,000 balances both. That's why it's special. Not rich, but powerful. Quiet power, long-term power, real power. This is where wealth begins. So stop comparing yourself to millionaires. Focus on crossing 30,000 first. It changes how you think, how you choose, how you build, how you grow. This is the real milestone. Everything else comes after, if you respect the process. Stability teaches patience. It teaches delayed gratification. It teaches planning. It teaches risk assessment. Without stability, these lessons are impossible. People underestimate it. They think money is just a number. But real change starts with mindset, and mindset improves with security. 30,000 is the first milestone for this. Your fear decreases. Your confidence rises. Your brain starts thinking strategically. Opportunities are easier to see. Mistakes become small lessons. Stress no longer paralyzes you. You focus on growth, not survival. Stability creates leverage. Leverage accelerates results. This is why many people hit a plateau before 30,000 and why growth explodes afterward. Psychology matters more than math because your behavior dictates results. The more stable you are, the bolder you can be, and boldness drives growth. This is invisible power, not flashy, but undeniable. This is the hidden advantage of crossing 30,000. Once basic stability is achieved, investing becomes possible. Before 30,000, investing feels risky. After 30,000, risk is calculated. You can put money to work, not just spend it. Compound interest becomes real. Even small investments matter because time works in your favor. You buy assets, not liabilities. Cash flow matters more than net worth because cash flow fuels freedom. Passive income becomes visible, and active income grows efficiently. You learn asset allocation. Diversification reduces risk. Debt management becomes crucial, and savings habits stick. You plan taxes efficiently. These lessons compound over years, and they accelerate after 30,000. Wealth is rarely a straight line, but stability smooths the path. Without stability, detours cost heavily. With stability, detours become opportunities. You think like an investor, not a consumer. You prioritize growth, not instant gratification. This is the invisible leverage of 30,000. After 30,000, your career path changes. You stop jumping at every offer and choose opportunities wisely. You negotiate higher salaries confidently. You walk away from toxic jobs. You focus on growth roles. You specialize instead of generalizing. Mastery attracts higher pay. Opportunities become visible faster. You stop being replaceable. Your network matters more. You surround yourself with growth-minded people. Mentorship accelerates results. You take fewer but smarter risks. Decisions are more calculated. You focus on impact, not just effort. Efficiency beats busyness. High-value work compounds, while low-value work drains energy. 30,000 income frees energy, which fuels focus. Focus multiplies income potential. You see patterns others miss. You act decisively. Confidence attracts better deals. Opportunities align naturally. Your career accelerates faster than before. That's the hidden advantage of the $30,000 milestone. It's not just income. After stability, entrepreneurship becomes viable. You can take calculated risks. You experiment without fear. Business decisions become logical, not emotional. You invest in assets that generate returns. You learn branding. Marketing becomes a tool, not a gamble. Systems replace chaos. Processes multiply output. Leverage becomes obvious. Money plus system equals growth. You stop trading time for money. You create scalable
repeatable models. Automation amplifies results. You focus on value creation, not shortcuts. Consistency beats luck. Planning outpaces improvisation. Entrepreneurs grow faster post 30,000. Wealth follows patterns, not luck. Across continents, across industries, across generations. High earners have consistent habits. Daily routines matter. Reading and learning are prioritized. Networking is intentional. Health is maintained. Sleep is valued. Distractions are minimized. Spending aligns with goals. Saving comes before spending. Investing starts early. Compound interest accelerates wealth. Leverage multiplies outcomes. Risk is managed, not avoided. Diversification protects growth.
They think long-term. They plan beyond decades. They don't chase trends. They build systems. They scale what works. They eliminate what doesn't. Wealth is the result of repeated choices, not one-time luck. This is why patterns matter, and why 30,000 is the pattern breaker. It shifts your trajectory and aligns you with global wealth habits. After stability, compounding accelerates. Even small amounts matter. Time is your biggest ally. Interest compounds quietly. Patience multiplies results. Investing becomes a habit. You diversify naturally. You manage risk actively. You avoid emotional trades. You focus on fundamentals, stocks, real estate, and businesses. You balance growth and security. Reinvestment accelerates returns. Passive income becomes tangible. Active income works smarter. Leverage magnifies results. Taxes are optimized. Expenses are controlled. Assets grow predictably. Liabilities shrink comparatively. After 30,000, lifestyle changes subtly, not luxury but comfort. Sleep improves, stress reduces, time becomes flexible, choices multiply. You can travel without debt. You can invest in experiences. Education becomes lifelong. Financial independence feels real. You can say no to low-value work and yes to growth opportunities. You choose freedom over convenience. Stressful debts disappear. Lifestyle inflation slows. Quality of life increases. Health becomes a priority. Relationships improve with less stress. You can mentor others. You build a legacy. The $30,000 milestone is just the beginning. It allows long-term planning. It allows compounding wealth. It allows financial freedom. It allows life design. It allows impact. It allows legacy. Not millions overnight, but a lifetime of wealth and freedom. That's the $30,000 rule, the foundation of financial success.